Oh, we got good looks here in northern Colorado. You're overlooking the grounds of Canvas Stadium here on the campus of Colorado State University as we get ready to deliver to you more exciting action within the Men's Collegiate Lacrosse Association. From Fort Collins, how you doing? I'm Marty Cesario, along with two-time All-American and two-time national champion Patrick Sullivan, who's a former player with Colorado State University. We got Boise State and Colorado State. A lot of reasons to be excited for this matchup today.
Yeah, absolutely. We got Boise coming into town for the first time since 2016. They played a close game there. Both teams coming off a loss. Each one's hungry for a win today.
Yeah, and they're not going to depend on their superstars, as is the case often. Boise State has a nice attack, and they're led by their junior attackman, Braden Mykrantz.
That's right. Braden is looking to have a big day today. I was talking to Coach Adam Smith before the game, and he was talking about how when Braden is going, the team is going. So he only had one goal against CU last night, so he'll be looking to have a big bounce-back game today.
Mykrantz and the attackman for Boise State going to have to deal with some defensive studs, some locals down there for CSU. One of them is Blaine Ware, who was in LSM last year, the reigning conference defensive player of the year. Now he's playing low D, still so good as Blaine Ware.
Yeah, absolutely. Blaine is a junkyard dog. I know Coach Corey Hughes down low is really excited to have him. Was an All-American LSM last year. They lose 3 starters on defense for the Rams, so they needed someone to move down. He's moved down there, and he's filled in really nicely, being the leader for the close defense.
Each of these squads has played this week, and let's go ahead and take a peek at their resumes here on screen for you for Boise State. Well, they just played last night, a rapid turnaround after being down in Boulder. They took a loss to the Buffaloes, 19-12. You see before that, you had Wyoming, Washington, and then they had lost to fellow conference foe in Utah Valley. For Colorado State, their most recent competition, that was against top-ranked Virginia Tech. Tight loss by 1 goal. Great game, but the Rams suffered their first defeat of the season. You see what they did in Oklahoma against the Sooners and the Boilermakers, and previous to that, the Cowboys. So you got a couple of squads looking to get victory again and maybe start up another winning streak. Coming up for you, it's going to be Boise State on the road to take on Colorado State. Broncos, Rams on the way here with Stream It Sports Productions.
Rise and shine with Colorado's Mountain Focus morning show, Mountain Mornings.
We have a lot of stuff you can do here.
Each morning, we bring you the best of the mountains with the live mountain weather, traffic, and updates from our crews in Summit County, Steamboat Springs, Vail, and Aspen, so you can get the latest updates from the high country.
All right, guys, we are wrapping things
Watch
up.
Mountain Mornings each morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. and Mountain Mornings midday at noon on Colorado's mountain home, Mountain TV.
Meet Norm. He lives with anxiety, but with the help of this latest innovation from Be Normal, he can be normal, just like everyone else. With the swipe of a finger, you can project happiness, confidence, machismo. Why settle for being real when you can be normal? The Normal Maker, new from Be Normal. This item doesn't really work because there's no such thing as normal. We're all different. What we like, how our brains work. In fact, 1 in 5 of us live with mental illness. Don't filter who you are. Start by talking to someone you trust. And remember, there is no normal. He lives with anxiety, but with the help of this latest innovation from Be Normal, he can be normal, just like everyone else. With the swipe of a finger, you can project happiness, confidence, machismo. Why settle for being real when you can be normal? The Normal Maker, new from Be Normal. This item doesn't really work because there's no such thing as normal. We're all different. What we like, how our brains work. In fact, 1 in 5 of us live with mental illness. Don't filter who you are. Start by talking to someone you trust. And remember, there is no normal.
How is it? Is it good?
Looking at the backside of those Boise State Broncos, who are about to play their second game on their road trip across the Continental Divide. They were just in Boulder last night, suffering a 19-12 loss to the Buffaloes. Here today, they are going to take on the Colorado State University Rams. And right on cue, our excellent Stream It Sports production crew gives you those shots of the guys with bighorn curls on their lids. CSU and Boise State about to start 1 p.m. Mountain Time as you're watching along with us here. We thank you so much for joining us with Stream It Sports Productions so you can enjoy these outstanding lacrosse players and these squads at a great venue. Let's look at the head coach for Boise State. That is Adam Smith, who's a guy who's got his team at a 1-2 record right now. Love the background of the staff. He is an alum of Boise State. He played for this program. 5 of the members of the coaching staff for Boise State, including Adam Smith, are all Broncos lacrosse players. They're looking to get a victory after the loss in CU. And there's another guy who is firmly entrenched in the history of his program. There is head coach Ryan McDonald, 5th year as the head coach of this program. My buddy Sully over here, the analyst Patrick Sullivan, knows a lot about this man, Ryan McDonald.
Yeah, Coach Mack has come a long way, and I think he's got to be really happy with where his team is right now. I mean, you don't like to say good losses in sports, but this team has been hungry to get back to the playoffs, and having a 1-goal loss against the #1 team in the country makes you feel like you're pretty close.
And you see it's a family affair. You know him like a brother, and there he is with his wife downstairs as he gets the pregame kiss, and hopefully that is good luck for your Colorado State Rams. You get that beautiful shot of the logo there. We are on the grounds of the $220 million 8-year-old football facility we call Canvas Stadium. Hello to head coach Jay Norvell and his staff, and thank you to the folks here at CSU for their campus hospitality. Again, coming up is Colorado State and Boise State as we kind of probe around and get you a few of these looks here. Check out the goalies for each of the squads, starting with the guys in blue with the orange numerals. That is Bon Barnett, kid out of Oregon, getting a second consecutive start after last night in Boulder. Bon Barnett is a sophomore, 5'10", 175 from Oswego, Oregon. He'll be starting in the cage. That is confirmed for Boise State. And then we go across the way. That's Chucky right there, Chucky Bebo. Charlie Bebo, the goaltender, again for those Colorado State Rams. Just suffered that loss to #1 Virginia Tech, and he kept the guys, in a position to get the win, but the Rams were unable to get that victory against Virginia Tech on Tuesday. You saw that right here with Stream It Sports Productions. So Chucky gets the start once again, right behind some of those very talented D-men that my buddy here, Sully, will be checking out as a former low defensive player for CSU. Coming up is the national anthem, and then we'll approach the opening face-off here as we get ready for Colorado State and Boise State. So hang on, and I'm glad you're here to enjoy the lacrosse action on a Saturday afternoon.
There's a place to share gossip about the office party fun, and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share spare change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look! More beautiful visuals here on the campus of Colorado State University across the way as we're looking to the north and east. That is a corner of Canvas Stadium here. Happy to be here to enjoy these studs who are about to clash on the lacrosse field. MCLA action once again with Stream It Sports Productions, headed by our production lead, Phil Mildren, and his entire crew, including Mike Trujillo, Tom Mayer, Matt Sorrentino, and Justin Salvia, and then Lexi Wines. Next to me is, again, two-time All-American, two-time national champion Patrick Sullivan. He'll serve the analyst role. My name is Marty Cesario. Let's get it on. We got the guys in white in Colorado State, and then Boise State wearing blue as we are approaching that opening face-off. There's the Boise State Broncos right now, breaking huddle, and you can see there's a little bit of mountain time excitement. A couple of squads from the west side. Yeah, I heard your stuff back east about what you think lacrosse is and what you represent. We got some. We got some out here too, and you're about to witness that. You see captains meeting midfield. You'll hear some vocals as the guys kind of get pumped up. We've already learned for 2024, Sully, maybe I'll source you on what you think of that, but we definitely learned that the jam is JT Sexy back for 2024. You're going to hear it all day long. It's going to be sexy back. We just heard it, but all day long after every score, it's likely going to be sexy back.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
We like to offer all the details for you because those are critical notes as we approach this lacrosse game. Beautiful shot of the ram head above on the drone coverage from Justin Salvia. And here we go. Dylan Hoff in the middle there, facing off against Mars Seguin. And we've officially begun this lacrosse game between Boise State at 1-2 on the season and Colorado State 3-1. Again, the setup for you visually, wearing the blue jerseys and blue shorts, white helmets. That's Boise State, Colorado State in the white, trimmed in green.
Yeah, and Kale Kissel with a great ground ball there draws a flag 5 seconds into the game. Looks like they're going to be a cross check, and the Rams are going to go man up here.
Well, and that's a nice eye, and it fits too, as we take a peek at some of the attackmen coming in, including Lachlan Rogers, who's going to start on attack today. But Kale Kissel's going to be bouncing on that ball on faceoffs if and only if Dylan Hoff doesn't flat out control the faceoff. So here we go. An opening possession will begin with Colorado State. Again, CSU, the Rammies, are wearing the white. Defending right now, that's Boise State in blue. And we get this first attack set moving for the Rammies. They try to send a cutter on that far wing. Owen Welschlager couldn't control it. It looks like the Rams will keep possession. I'm incorrect. Boise State ball.
Yeah, once you have possession and the ball goes over the midline, that is a turnover.
There you go. Useful resource. If you're going to get an analyst, not just a player or a coach, how about a two-time All-American, guys who got a couple of national championships? He'll tell you what's up. So the first set offensively for Boise State. Again, coming off the loss 19-12 just last night to the CU Buffaloes down in Boulder. Consider that turnaround. They ended at about 10:30 p.m. We're on a 1 p.m. Mountain Time start.
And this is going to be a good challenge for the Rams defensively. Boise is really strong at midfield, has two returners who are first-team all-conference players, and then our impact player we mentioned earlier, Braden Mykrantz, excuse me.
I'm trying to spot out on screen where Mykrantz is. But you see Boise State taking their time, being very patient, as they should be.
Well, and we do have a flag down. Not sure what for yet, but Boise is going to go man up here shortly.
So back to that X position, and Boise State's going to cycle it around. Some aggressive defense by Blaine Ware back there with the long pole. That shot coming through, and that's going to be a score. One on the board for Boise State. The Broncos score first thanks to the shot from Josh Harris, the midfielder.
That's a real tough one for the Rams to give up there. If you heard the people talking, they were counting down the shot clock, had about 5 seconds left, so it was kind of a prayer. Sends it over the defense, kind of fell asleep on the backside there, and he's able to have an easy goal.
It almost looked like Harris didn't initially intend to take that shot, but he saw the opening above the goalie's shoulder, and, well, he took the shot and got the score. Boise State scores first as you look at the replay here with Stream It Sports.
And this is a high-scoring team. They've put in 10-plus goals in every single one of their games so far this season.
Well, Josh Harris scores at 12:57 here in the first, and it is a 1-0 lead for Boise State in blue. Here's the ensuing faceoff. And Boise State gets control of it thanks to Kyle Cope on the faceoff X.
Yeah, one thing Boise is known for at the faceoff is they really like to muck it up and create a ground ball, because that's not normally their faceoff guy's strong suit, is to win the clam to himself, but he was able to there.
And in that case, they put a 210-pound D-man on the faceoff X, and it works effectively for head coach Adam Smith and his squad. So here's the Broncos. They have possession and a 1-goal lead early in this contest. A good double on the defense, right?
Yeah, that's a great double. Got him with the back check, pops it out of bounds, ball's going Rams' way.
So Will Scott and the defense of CSU force the turnover, and we'll see what the Rams will do as they try to transition through the midfield area. There were some issues with that on Tuesday, both squads, including Virginia Tech, but a lot of turnovers in the midfield section between the restraining lines.
Well, and it's just careless. It'll drive Coach Matt crazy. Guys wide open. They're just not making a good connection there. Fortunately, Welschlager is there to back it up and get possession for the Rams.
Well, Kate Eber's line is out there. That's Eber's number 1, who's exchanging with Blake McKinley near side 23. Across the way would be Kevin Carson. CSU looking for that crease roll, and they get the goal. Lachlan Rogers scores, and that's very notable because Lachlan is making the start today.
Yeah, coming in for an injured Riley Flores, freshman here. Just nothing special here. You got Kate Ebers working his way down the alley. Lachlan just sneaking around, curling around from X. Gets around his defender, gets to the top side, and is able to tie it up at 1.
And credit Blake McKinley. You see him celebrating 23. McKinley gets the point, the assist to Lachlan Rogers. So Rogers scores. It's a 1-1 game. Here's the faceoff. And another victory, and that's Cope once again on the faceoff X for the Broncos, being very effective. All right, so we're evened up after the Lachlan Rogers goal for Colorado State. If you're just joining us, the Broncos began the scoring at 12:57 here in the first. Josh Harris able to get a tally for those Broncos. Look at that tough defense. Will Scott trying to get to the ball. He cannot get the GB. So the Broncos perhaps going to keep it. That was a good battle. And here comes CSU. Tanner Ratigliano trying to advance. And I think he scooped it forward to a teammate. He did. Well, that's a lot of work.
A lot of high-flying action there. I want to credit Nico DeLeon on that fantastic D-midi defense behind Cage, putting him on his back.
We will call out names liberally. It always has to be justified, but we'll call them out. So nice work. So here's Colorado State. They have the most recent score. Lachlan Rogers, the previous possession, scored at 11:25. What are the Rammies going to do here as they work it around? Back to X, there's Welschlager. You see the height advantage on the big 6'4" attackman. Nothing there for Welschlager. Carson coming through. Nope, to Welschlager. The whip and the score. Owen Welschlager gives the lead for the Colorado State Rams. Look at the look here, the replay from our Stream It Sports crew. Good patience by CSU. Sully, what do you see?
Just beautiful vision here. Nice alley dodge. Is able to find Welschlager on the backside. That ball at seeing eyes getting through a pair of Boise State defender sticks, and he's able to can it home.
I thought maybe that was a dangerous pass by Kevin Carson across the way. Not the case, obviously. 2-1 lead CSU. Still Boise State has control on the faceoff X, but then a turnover forced by Dylan Hoff. Way to stay in the play, Dylan.
Yeah, you love that as a face-off coach. Nick Bruni, shout out here. guys not giving up on the play. But then followed right by a turnover back to Boise.
So this may be one of those games, we've seen this now. A lot of activity between the restraining lines. Stay sharp in there. How about that? Some physicality. And a shot coming from the Broncos wide and not much of a threat for Chucky Bebo. Drone shot from above as Boise State keeps possession here, down a goal about 6 minutes into the contest. And they do even it up? No, the crowd reacted. I think that went pipe.
No, that was a beautiful save by Charlie there. Kick save and a beaut.
Nice job, Chucky. And there is an effective shot and successful as well. Boise State has evened up the game. They get the goal from Ian Morrison, the senior.
Yeah, they're able to take advantage of a Kissel poke check where his feet were flat there. They're able to get around him, which draws the slide from the crease. And then I believe that was 77 there, found himself wide open, able to finish.
And you saw the space that Morrison had. Well, it evens it up, 8:49 mark here in the first. Ian Morrison scores. And we're tied up 2-2. Broncos win the faceoff. And again, trouble getting through midfield, but then they get themselves a position to get a shot off. Another save by Chucky. And then a score immediately following that save. And Boise State will regain the lead. They get the goal from Sam Peters, the junior from California.
That's a tough one to give up for Chucky there. Makes a beautiful save in transition, one-on-one, and then carelessly throws out to his wing defender there. Would like to see him take a little bit more time and patience.
Yeah, how that changed so quickly where we were applauding Beba and his save, and you're going to see it on this drone shot during the replay. Well, no, we're going to get this face-off. But yeah, that's an error on Chucky, the goalie. Fortunately, Evan Shanks gets the face-off victory, and now CSU can settle down. They have possession, down a goal, shoot in this midi line.
That's a big win for the Rams. Boise came to play at the X today.
Now here's the Rams setting up far across the way, having some defense on his backside. And that's a good job by Boise State. Across the way, that was Jacob Janicki, one of the two young guys who are getting starts today in the attack positions for CSU. Janicki and Lachlan Rogers, who has scored. Both guys were inserted today, game time decisions. And you see ball down, and Boise State forces the turnover. So a caused turnover from the Broncos. And then back the other way. Again, that midsection.
Yeah, these coaches got to be going crazy.
Yeah.
Just careless passes all over the field.
Well, there's a stick from one of the Broncos defensively, putting an attackman for CSU onto the turf. Fortunately for the Rams, they keep it, so good heads-up play on the part of Brandon Montoya. Montoya's on the near side. I may be reading that numeral incorrectly. 18's Mason Daly, so his line out there, that makes sense. So Daly keeps the possession alive for the Rams, and let's see what CSU can do. They get one down close, and they get the score. It did not get through.
Got a Boise defender down here.
And you can see the left side, bottom left corner, there's one of those defenders for Boise State who's still on the turf. And he looks in pain with a lower leg injury, perhaps. Let's go ahead and look at the previous goal by Boise State. We had to shorten up the replay to get to the faceoff. Here you go.
Yeah, this is the one off the beautiful save from Charlie. Just doesn't see the attackman sneaking behind there, thinks the wing is open. He's able to get the easy pick and then dunk.
So that gave us an opportunity to revisit that most recent goal. Sam Peters at 8:29, giving Boise State the lead once again. That's how we sit right now. Broncos in blue with the 1-goal advantage, and they're going to try to clear. You see that pressing ride by Lachlan Rogers. Go get it, Lachlan. Almost. And now Boise State coming through cleanly.
Yeah, I'd like to mention the guy who had to step off there, Charlie Lyons, freshman defender for Boise, has been a beast early on in this game. Incredibly physical lefty. They'll be hoping he comes back soon.
They call the freshman Chuck, so hopefully for Boise State, in good sportsmanship, wish him back out there. Went the best of the best out on the field. And we'll see what Boise State's going to do here on this possession with a 1-goal advantage, about 6 minutes left here in the first. See those sticks trying to cause turnovers with the checks. That was a tough angle on that shot along the goal line extended. Looks like Boise State's going to keep it. Adam Smith, the head coach for Boise State, has to like the patience here. Now the shot and the save by Charlie Bebo. Attackman for Boise State, can't make the turn. Good defense by Blaine Ware. The jump shot, no good. Charlie's got it.
That's 3 saves in a row for Charlie. He's heating up.
And here comes Colorado State. Long stick trails into the play. They get the shot off from Rogers. It is wide, and whistle's blown. About 5 left. We have a stoppage in play because of one of the officials.
So they stopped the play because he stepped in the crease, but looks like CSU's about to go man up here.
Let's look at the save by Charlie Bebo. Wasn't fooled, tried to go 5-hole on me. Nah, kidding.
I didn't see the call here, but it is going to be a technical, so 30-second man up for the Rams.
Nice eye by Patrick Sullivan. Hope you're enjoying the useful descriptions. Patrick Sullivan. Sully's right next to me. Marty Cesario, along with Phil Mildren and his Stream It Sports production crew. We're about 11 minutes into this first frame here in Fort Collins, Colorado. Beautiful day. You see the sunshine splashing and the goals scoring. How about that? Evan Shanks gets a tally for the Colorado State Rams.
This is the same motion they ran on the last man up. They were looking for Welschlager in the middle the first time, and they sailed it on him, and they had that turnover. This time, he occupies 2 defenders, which opens up the wing for that nice, easy look.
Our third tie of this young game, and you see the replay there. Shanks scores, and then you get the floor-level look from our crew. The adjacent face-off. It'll be Shanks staying in there, so we'll see what he does on the battle on the face-off X. Still, Boise State's so strong. They got to be at like 85% so far.
Yeah, that no matter who they're putting out there, they're getting that ball.
Yeah, but the ball's knocked loose. The Rams caused the turnover, and here comes the guys in white.
Yeah, big ground ball there on the defensive end, Will Scott. Another flag down.
Well, Evan Shanks eventually got the ground ball, and that fits what we saw on Tuesday against top-ranked Virginia Tech. Shanks is doing a million things all over this field. Technically listed a face-off guy. He's playing kind of D-mid, doing a lot of impactful things for his lacrosse team. Well, we're tied up 3-3, under 4 to play here in the first. Rams looking to get their first lead of the contest. Rogers with the shot, and goaltender does a nice job. That's Rogers back there waiting for the go whistle, so we look from above. Again, a thank you to the campus hospitality here at Colorado State University. There's some hoops you have to do on technicalities and logistics. Allowing us to use the drone footage is a big plus for you as a viewer. Hopefully you're enjoying that, and you should appreciate the administration on all levels here at CSU.
So CSU man up again here. Got Boise with the slash. They're going to be man up for 1 minute.
Man up, CSU, even up is the game. Rams looking for their first lead. Nice reaction in goal by Bon Barnett. Shanks is back there. Actually, correct myself, that's Tony DiDonato. DiDonato 2'9", or 2'5", pardon me, on this man-up unit. Patiently cycling it around, doorstep shot, right in front of the crease. That's a score for CSU, and that is DiDonato with the left, and the Rams have themselves a 1-goal advantage.
That's great ball movement from the Rams there. The ball moves faster than the feet. They're able to have 4 crisp passes to the backside, and DiDonato is able to have a nice, easy look in front of the goal.
And there's a look at Tony right there. He's veering off to the right of your screen. It's almost like the sea opened up to him, and he wasn't sure that was going to happen. Slight hesitation. There it is on the replay. And then said, you know what, I've got the skills, and he stuffed it in.
Yeah, if you're Coach Adam Smith, you got to be a little frustrated here. You're winning majority of the faceoffs, you're getting penalties, getting in the box, allowing the Rams to take the lead back.
Tony DiDonato, man up, 3:05 in the first quarter. The Rams have their first advantage in this game. As you see those midi lines starting to come through, Rams win the adjacent faceoff, and they'll have possession again with that 1-goal lead. We'll see what it does now. Now that the Rams are over the hump, it's fair to say they would be the favorite in this game. Now they have the lead. How do you react with that advantage?
Well, at this point, you'd really like to impose your will. You feel like you're a stronger team than Boise coming in here. You just got to string together some plays at the faceoff X so you can stack some more possessions.
Ebers coming through, trying to work 1v1. That's good defense from Boise State. Tough for me to see the numeral off the glare.
That's 14 there, Braden Bouvier.
He's doing a nice job. That shot looks like it's wide of Bon Barnett, the goalie for Boise State. Oh, now Justin Salvia getting fancy with the drone. Slightly coming in, giving us a tighter look. Mid-air.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. We're going to have to slip into golf coverage. Enjoying the drone shot. CSU, 1-goal advantage. Attackman, back to X. The bench, not so quiet. Boise State elevating their volume because they just caused a turnover.
Beautiful defense there by Peyton Voda, who's one of our notable impact players from the pregame. They call him Squeaks.
Yeah. It's a good nickname for a guy that's listed at 210.
As coach, where does Squeaks come from for a guy like that? And I guess he wears a big knee brace and it squeaks every step he takes.
See, and it has a cool story to it. Awesome.
Although they did tell me he bought a new brace this year, so a little less squeaky.
How about that? Sully doing his work. 90% preparation, right? Whether you're playing or doing the broadcast. Making noise are the defenders of CSU. Boy, they're really being aggressive, coming up and doubling. In that case, it looked like tripling a midi.
Yeah, great individual effort from Cale Kissel. Unfortunately, Shorty comes up, pushes him in the back, and Boise's able to retain possession.
Broncos being very patient. Under 1 minute left here in the first quarter. Broncos trailing by 1. They just lost their advantage. At the 3:05 mark, Tony DiDonato scored for CSU. First lead for the Rams. Well, that was a tough angle as well. Bebo was in position to make the save. I'm not sure he got a piece of it.
I believe he did, just based off the angle that the ball went behind.
Right up front. He got a piece of that one, didn't he?
Absolutely. That's a big save within 3 yards there, right in front of the goal.
A big ask. Leaving guys up front on Charlie, and he's making saves. Until then. So Boise State does get one through. They solve Charlie to tie up the game.
I wonder if he got screened there. That one looked deep.
Look at the reaction from the Broncos and their goal scorer. Number 40 right there is Brett Wheeler, the sophomore from Anchorage, Alaska.
Yeah, just tough off-ball defense there, not staying in the passing lane. Ends up getting a wide open shot from about 12 yards.
So Wheeler with 18 seconds remaining. Here comes CSU trying to get a shot off. They've got one up front and they score. How about that? Great transition, and they get the goal from Ty Boyson.
Fastest game on 2 feet.
That's when lacrosse is really at the ultimate and elite fun level, right?
Absolutely.
Just so fast.
2 goals in 6 seconds there. Love it. And
Ty
sexy
Boyson
back.
right there, number 2. And that was Kevin Carson, the freshman, coming up. They're 77. We'll look at that face-off before we get the horn. And there is the buzz to finish up the first quarter of play. A lot of action in the last 3 minutes. DiDonato got the Rams the lead. Wheeler tied it up for Boise State, and then Boyson scores. And we got a 1-goal spread with the Rams on top. Second quarter on the way here from Fort Collins. Stand by.
You can ask with an app if it works for you. You can chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
Returning to the turf here outside Canvas Stadium, Fort Collins, Colorado, on a beautiful Saturday, March 9th. Very exciting and entertaining first quarter of play. Ty Boyson scores the most recent goal, so the Rams back up on top 5 forward. Marty Cesari along with Patrick Sullivan. Sully, your reaction after first 15 minutes?
It is high flying. I expected there to be a high scoring affair today, but I think the CSU defense would like to get a couple of those back. And we are going to start with a man up face here. Or no, man up, excuse me, for a illegal stick.
So what Patrick Sullivan's describing, we do not see a face-off. We are beginning a quarter.
So looks like it's on Welschlager. They are locking it in. I didn't see if it's 1, 2, or 3 minutes. But either way, Boise State's going to be man up locked in for at least 1.
Well, the Broncos are going to try to force us into a tie once again. We've had 4 ties. We've had 9 different goal scorers.
Oh, looks like we are going to get the face.
And you can see that on the Ram head. There's a Bronco and a Ram, including Dylan Hoff as he leans over. You can see the 3-1 getting ready to face off to begin the second quarter. A lot going on there.
Yeah, dead ball foul usually leads to possession.
And boy, that's a gorgeous look of the work and execution of Dylan Hoff. Face-off win. Rams advance. Is there a flag up in the air and on the field?
I don't see one currently, but they are man down here, so Boise's going to want to not waste this entire possession. Although that's one thing, the advantage of college, having the shot clock, you will get it back far sooner than having to go take it.
There is a flag on the field, so a delayed situation. Still, we're in a special teams opportunity here.
So one thing I just noticed, there is a Boise guy in the box as well. I'm curious if they called illegal stick penalties on both the Rams and the Broncos.
Well, meanwhile, Lachlan Rogers got a shot off. Credit Bon Barnett, the goaltender. He made a save. And then there was a scrum to get possession of the ball. A whistle blown before the following shot by the guys in white, the Colorado State Rams. And Kevin Carson, you saw him tap the shoulder of the ref. Got a little chaos there, right? A little out of hand. Yeah, let's settle down. Everybody reset. Great game.
They're going to get Boise with the slash here, number 33. So the Rams will go man up.
So Sully's describing, he's trying to get a read on the personnel on the near sideline. Got a couple guys on their knees. Colorado State in the man-up situation, and they have the 1-goal lead.
He's going to be a 5-on-4 man-up. You don't see this very often.
Nice eye there, because you can see for Boise State Broncos now a mid comes back into the play.
Yeah, both those initial penalties are released, so just a single man up now for the Rams.
Okay. And that's why you saw the guy in blue come into the picture. Again, Colorado State up 1. Ty Boyson scored to give them that advantage with 6 seconds remaining in the first. Welschlager cranks it, sends it, and a save by Barnett. And now Boise State will try to clear. You see Welschlager across the way trying to ride, and now that's a good transition across the way to the near side by Boise State. They still haven't gotten through yet to set up. There they are.
And Owen has a really big shot. The problem was just a very low angle on that one.
You look above. Colorado State now will try to clear. Looked like not much threat against him, so that was pretty easy work for Carson. And then the score. So Welschlager got another chance and able to put it through this time. Owen Welschlager, his second goal of the game. And for the first time in this contest, the Rams have a 2-goal lead.
That's beautiful transition. Another careless mistake from the Broncos on the clear, trying to get it settled, throw the ball away. CSU picks it up, moves it easy into the offensive zone, and Owen's able to dunk it right in front of the goal.
So Owen Welschlager, as you see the replay of his shot, goes to the near side and squeezes it through to solve Barnett. Welschlager is now the first multiple goal scorer of this game. 13:02 mark in the second. Welschlager, his second. Rams up 2. That is the largest lead for either team in this game.
That's 2 faceoffs in a row now for the Rams, starting to build some confidence there.
Another intriguing and unique part of the game of lacrosse. You can go make it, take it, and that's demoralizing for the opponent. I see CSU bouncing around, taking their time. 15 over there is Ben Firestein. So we get that state line out there for CSU. Rogers up front, and somehow did he scoop it and get an assist, and then you get the score from Ty Boyson. And they're going to wave it off.
I think they're calling him in the crease there. That was a fortuitous bounce. He's just trying to scoop the ground ball, and it happens to go in above the goalie's shoulder, but he gets called for the crease. And now we got a flag down.
Well, some hard contact up there. I believe that was DiDonato who sent a Bronco flying.
That's why you love this game, just high-flying action nonstop.
Yeah, this is a good show. Rams and Broncos, thank you. Hopefully you're enjoying it, whether you're here in the state of Colorado or in Idaho or anywhere on the planet. That's the value of a broadcast production via the streaming technology. Look at the replay of that. And here's the drone look at it, Sully.
Yeah, he steps right in the crease there. Tough break.
Well, and there's the value of that drone shot. We wouldn't have seen that except for Justin Salvia get that shot from above. Yep, a Ram had his foot in the crease.
And now we get a Boise man up for 30 seconds.
So an opportunity here for Boise State. They find the cutter and score. They capitalize immediately on that penalty and man-up situation. The score for Sam Peters, his second for Boise State.
Yeah, ball goes to X there. Saw about 12 eyes from the CSU defense peeking back there, and they lose track of the cutter in the middle.
I mean, Sully, you coach, that's another one. We've seen a couple of these where, like, I can draw it up, but it doesn't always look like that. That was gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean, that is how you draw it up on man up. Generally, when you don't have a defense out there in your skeleton, you typically don't expect it to work that easily.
Well, fortunately, you had mentioned it. Dylan Hoff is on a roll right now at the faceoff X. There's a mess in there, but he's still causing disruption, except for Boise State does get possession.
was a big shot there off the helmet. Went to almost the midline, and fortunately for Boise, they got a guy standing there to retain possession.
Well, now you got to say Boise State has regained some momentum here. They're trailing by a goal, but they got the man up score, and now they got possession, and they're taking their time because they can, as we're very early here in the second. About 4 minutes into the second quarter. We've had 4 ties. The Rams doing a nice job marking each and every player, and then eventually the shot comes through, and Charlie able to make the save, and here's that issue trying to transition.
That was a big save from Charlie. Tough to see these Boise numbers sometime, but they had the nice skip lane, was wide open, and they're able to get a good look on the backside. Fortunately for the Rams, he decided to go near side on the goalie, so not a lot of space there.
Charlie Bebo is going to be able to chop up our broadcast on demand and be able to make himself a nice highlight tape. These are good, solid, textbook saves. And we get a live high side look from the drone. You see the middies coming in. And Colorado State, with the 1-goal lead, they've got the ball. Welschlager sends it, and it's over to the top of the crossbar there. Rams are going to keep it. That's Carson. And marking him is Jake Kuchout. For a moment there, it looked like Carson was going to step through those 2 defenders, but then he lost his footing.
Yeah, just a little too much there. You feel that double, you want to move the ball.
5.5 into the second. Boise State now trying to clear. Problems and a turnover.
Great GB there from Connor Lessman on the defense for the Rams.
One of those Cali kids. There's a billion of them out on the field for both squads. So Lessman gets the ground ball, called out by, of course, Patrick Sullivan, who likes to watch those things. That fits his love.
A lot of sloppy play here in the middle of the field.
You don't see Sully, but he's next to me shaking his head. And that fits really the whole week. Both Colorado State taking on Virginia Tech, what we saw with CU and Boise State last night. You really got to pay attention what's going on between those restraining lines.
That is now 4 straight failed clears in this game. 2 from each side.
And that's where Sully, the coach, is revealing what he'd act like. Because you know how both these guys, Smith and McDonald, probably over there chomping at the bit.
Oh, absolutely. You just can't give teams extra opportunities when you make stops.
And then you see the reaction from head coach Adam Smith from Boise State. They finally get through, and before they can settle in on the attack set, Adam Smith goes, you know what? Get over here.
That's a great timeout.
Let's talk it out. Rams are up by 1. We'll take a pause along with the Broncos here in Fort Collins.
Rise and shine with Colorado's Mountain Focus morning show, Mountain Mornings.
We have a lot of stuff you can do here.
Each morning, we bring you the best of the mountains with the live mountain weather, traffic, and updates from our crews in Summit County, Steamboat Springs, Vail, and Aspen, so you can get the latest updates from the high country.
All right, guys, we are wrapping things.
Watch Mountain Mornings each morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. and Mountain Mornings midday at noon on Colorado's mountain home, Mountain TV.
Something you can commonly see in a men's lacrosse broadcast and event is stick checks when you have stoppages in play. What's going on there, Sully?
Yeah, generally out of timeouts or coming out of a quarter, halftime, refs pick one guy coming off the field, grab a stick, check it to make sure it's all up to specifications.
So Kevin Mulligan earns the honor as he gets his stick. Marty Cesario, along with Patrick Sullivan, two-time All-American, two-time national champion. Glad to have you here. Gorgeous day. You can see we still have our early spring garb on, but you know, considering we had a storm here the last couple of days, this is outstanding. What a beautiful day to be here in Fort Collins. Happy to bring you these outstanding athletes and these great lacrosse teams. And what an entertaining show. We've got a one-goal game right now. Boise State, after the timeout from head coach Adam Smith and his staff, Broncos have the ball. They're down one. They kind of have a modest momentum because Sam Peters scored for them just a couple of minutes ago. We'll see what they can do here. They shoot, and Charlie still finding the ball and making saves.
And that's our impact player, Mike Krantz, there with the deep shot.
Charlie Bebo don't care.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to think about. You're talking about the weather. About 24 hours ago, there's 2 to 3 inches on this field.
And one of the charms of the MCLA, we saw the posts on Twitter and Instagram. Those guys out on the field, they're the ones who cleared the field. Little cross training, right?
Well, it's also the beauty of Colorado. You got 28 degrees yesterday, you got 50 plus today.
Yeah, nobody cares, even Boise State. They know, they've seen a mountain. They're not too affected by having weather change on them like that. Still a one-goal game halfway through the second. Rams have the lead. That shot is saved by Barnett. You can tell by his reaction he got a piece of that, but he couldn't get to it, so Ebers is going to restart. One of the attackmen for the Rams trying to squeeze through there, and then he's sent to the turf.
Yeah, as a defender or defensive coach, those ones are tough to see. You got a guy dodging into 2 to 3 people. One of them happens to get him in the back, and they're going to go man up here.
So Rogers gets the benefit of that call. Rogers, number 7 right there, again getting the start. Head coach Ryan McDonald and the Colorado State staff had to make game time adjustments with their attackmen. And here's a look at Rogers. Ooh.
Yeah, that one was a bit obvious, although he was swallowed up by about 4 blue jerseys there.
And that's why you got to like the objectivity of Patrick Sullivan. He's actually making a note that as a defender that can be frustrating. You were out of control and we had you covered. But it works out for the Rams. They are man up and they've got the goal lead. That shot from Ty Boyson saved by Bon Barnett, so credit the goalie from Oregon.
It's not the worst take, but you're just so low angle and you shoot it to that near side pipe on the goalie, and the window is tiny.
And the song remains the same, that it's just tough to clear in this game. Now Boise State's pressing through. You saw Charlie Bebo, the goaltender, had to go make a play. He had to take care of things himself, came into the play to get to that ball.
Yeah, 50-50 ground ball, got a little scary there. Boise gets bailed out with the push from behind.
So Boise State is going to have possession of the ball. They got a fresh shot clock.
So they're going to go man up here. One ref had previously called it loose ball push, but now they're going to get him for the push with possession.
So even more of an opportunity for Boise State here as we overlook their sideline and then go up top. The guys in blue will have the ball. They're man up. Officials have reset the clock completely, so a full 80 on the shot clock. So things are looking fortunate for Boise State as they're trying to tie this game up again. A contest in which we've had 4 ties.
It's a good stick there from Cale Kissel, eliminating the skip pass.
Kissel's fun to watch with that long pole. That shot, I'm not sure if a defender for the Rams got a piece of that, but went way over the crossbar. We'll go ahead and call out the work of Kyle Sear, the young freshman from Folsom, California, for being in the right position. You might hear the bench of Colorado State falsely counting down the clock.
Well, they were calling down the penalty until they got to even there.
So we're even strength. Oh, until now.
You're going to get Kale Kissel with the slash here. I'm not sure if he touched him.
That cutter coming through couldn't receive cleanly. And then the whistle blown as Charlie Bebo able to scoop it up within his crease.
It's a tough angle from us where we're sitting. He had a big swing there, did Kissel, but it didn't look like it got contact. Although you got Mike Rance moving on the backside here, looking a little gimpy.
Selling it. That shot coming through, and the Broncos able to capitalize on the special team situation. The score for Boise State, and they even up the game. Credit the work on the attack from sophomore Brett Wheeler.
That's a tough one for the Rams to give up. They hold that first man-up possession, and then the tough penalty from Kissel gives them another opportunity here. And nothing too special. I just don't know if the CSU defense was connected there, didn't know where the ball was. Just one pass from X for the wide-open shot from the wing.
5:22 mark, second quarter. Brett Wheeler scores his second. That is 2 consecutive man-up goals for Boise State. They've scored 2 in a row to now tie up the game.
When he's sitting right in his spot, he's foaming at the mouth to get open looks like that.
A lot of little things, including discipline and fundamentals, affecting this game, both sides. Now the Broncos have the ball, and they're looking to take the lead. That one, a high angle, and it bounced up and over the cage.
And that's a strong dodge there from Ian Morrison, and he is a big boy at 6'6", 210.
That's why that bounce looked a little weird.
He's got that really high angle overhand shot.
Just a huge arc, like a windmill dunk. I mean, look at the confidence visually and non-verbally. Broncos feeling it right now. They take that shot and score. They have the lead. Confidence? Yes. Look at that. You got a midi way up high. You're going to take it from there? The answer is yes. And Luke Glowacki, the sophomore, scores for Boise State, and the Broncos regain the lead.
Yeah, that's a tough one for Charlie to give up. That is about 14, 15 yards there. The problem is defender gets a little bit low and gives up the top side, and what that does for the shooter is creates a greater angle at the net.
And there's the replay of the man they call Glow scoring from way up there like Sully was describing. A lot of distance there. 3 in a row scored unanswered by Boise State, and now they have the advantage again.
Yeah, CSU leaves the box a little bit too early there now, so Boise's able to stack up another possession.
Things have switched up on the Colorado State Rams, defending in white and now down 1. Had a cutter open in the middle, but couldn't get that pass through. Under 4 to play here in the second. Colorado State defending. They were just leading by 2 10 minutes ago.
Great trail check there from Blaine Ware, our Impact pregame player.
Gotta like that Nat sound too. You heard it, Blaine Ware slapping it free. And then you hear all that contact, but traveling through the center. Boise State gets the goal, and there's Braden Mykrantz with the score for the Broncos.
And he's feeling that one. He ran right down the middle of that Rams defense, takes a late shot there in the back. One play by our CSU Impact player, followed by a strong play from our Boise Impact player.
So Mykrantz, as you look at the replay there, look at that. 3 different defenders got a piece of him.
Yeah, he draws the shorty there up high. CSU extends a little bit too far out and creates that nice dodging lane for him.
Mike Krantz scores his first of the game, the leading point totaler for Boise State. The Broncos have scored 4 now unanswered and now have a 2-goal advantage over the Colorado State Rams.
That's a big face-off win for the Rams there. Hopefully able to slow this game down a little bit.
That's Kevin Carson across the way. One of those young guys, freshman out of West Chester, Pennsylvania. Cade Ebers up top. We know Cade real well. Junior veteran. And then a whistle stoppage. Timeout called?
Yeah, Coach Mack wants to get the boys together and slow this thing down.
Yeah, about that time, right? 4 consecutive goals scored for Boise State. They are up 2. More coming up here in Fort Collins. How about that? A young lacrosse fan, a future baller, got a sippy cup, and he's got an entertaining show to watch here in Fort Collins. Boise State, the visitors, here in town, just suffered a loss to CU last night. Scored 4 in a row. They have a 2-goal lead. Head coach Ryan McDonough for CSU takes the timeout as the Rams have possession. This upcoming set, Sully, what do you want to see in terms of approach for the Rams?
Well, I'd like to see them be a little bit more patient. They've been settling a little bit recently for some first dodge syndrome where they beat the first guy and take the shot. You'd like to see them break down the defense a little bit more and settle for a better shot.
So wait for one more look for the best shot. Again, ball's faster than any human, always has been. Well, the Rams have a sense of urgency with about 2.5 left here in the second. They've given up 4 in a row. They're down 2, but they do have the ball as Welschlager operates back there. Owen again, trying to make the turn. That's good defense.
Yeah, these 2 lefties down low for this Boise defense are mean.
Kevin Carson cranks, and I think that ricocheted off the helmet of the defender for Boise. Yeah, look at the reaction.
And that's going to be a turnover back to Boise.
Well, nice eye, Patrick Sullivan, pointing out the defenders for Boise State, and they make the stop. And their team has the lead, and now head coach Adam Smith and his staff for Boise State, they take the timeout after they gain possession of the ball with their 2-goal advantage here at Canvas Stadium. We're going to stay right here, and so now we'll flip your hat, Sully. We asked you what Ryan McDonough and the staff of CSU wanted to do on that previous set with Boise State here. If you're Adam Smith, what do you expect from them coming up?
I expect a goal. They've been really efficient the last 4 or 5 possessions they've had the ball. They're picking apart this Rams defense. So if I'm I'm saying let's put in another and get 3 goals, if not more, ahead going into the half.
Again, blunt objectivity from our analyst Patrick Sullivan, who bleeds green and gold. But the reality is, from what we've seen, Boise State should walk back out there with confidence. And then the stats, I'm looking at my scribble summary. Keep looking at B, 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 B. That's 4 consecutive goals scored unanswered. The Broncos were trailing 6-4 at 13:02 here in the second after an Owen Welschlager goal for the Rams. And then Peters, Willer, Glowacki, Mykrantz. And now they've got the ball, those guys, in the blue uniforms. Again, the look above from the drone. About a minute and a half remaining here in the second before the halftime break. Now here's that patient set starting up as they cycle it around. Nothing there. Good defense from CSU, and the Rams getting a little physical up high. Kevin Mulligan getting mean.
We've seen Noah Miller enter the game defensively for the Rams, another local guy out of Denver East. Shout out Alex Creech, former Ram, head coach over there.
Miller's been working real hard as we get that goal line extended angle there of the goaltender, Charlie Bebo. We like to call out the local kids. Plenty of them out there on the field. High school level lacrosse just started up their season at the preps level. Ground ball, Blaine Ware, goodbye. That's how you handle a clear. Later 50. And a score. Blaine Ware clears, gets it to Welschlager. Rammies get to within one.
Man, if you want to get the boys buzzing on the sideline, that is the way. That was a freakishly athletic ground ball from Blaine Ware there. Not the biggest guy, but he goes up to take that ball out of the air on the shot from Boise and just goes beast mode, 50 yards up the field.
This is a money replay from Streaming Sports Productions. Look at the distance and the amount of field that's covered by Blaine Ware.
Yeah, and you find Owen Welschlager, who's one of the best shooters on this field, finishes it from about 12 to 15 out. Put the Rams within one.
Not only the long clear, but the vision to find your 6'4" attacker, Owen Welschlager. Rams within one. That one hits pipe, so Boise State can't answer it quickly. Less than 5 ticks left. We'll count it down.
The Rams really dodge a bullet there. That he had Chucky beat, hit the crossbar, comes down. Those ones are tough to see. May have bounced in, probably a little bit out, and the Rams survive and stay down one.
See the reaction from the Broncos. Almost got one, didn't happen. They still have the lead, those guys, Boise State, after Colorado State able to get one through just before the halftime break, Ware to Welschlager. Coming up, we'll have more MCLA action. The second half is on the way here with Streaming Sports.
Norm, he lives with anxiety, but with the help of this latest innovation from Be Normal, he can be normal, just like everyone else. With the swipe of a finger, you can project happiness, confidence, machismo. Why settle for being real when you can be normal? The Normal Maker, new from Be Normal. This item doesn't really work because there's no such thing as normal. We're all different. What we like, how our brains work. In fact, 1 in 5 of us live with mental illness. Don't filter who you are. Start by talking to someone you trust. And remember, there is no normal.
How is it? Is it good?
There's a place to share gossip about the office party fun, and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share spare change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look! That's a good point. They really... Did he talk to you? Oh, wow.
That's why I'm like extra. What the heck? Like I say, back out for being on. But other than that, dude, I couldn't have a fucking face
Oh, shoot. My bad.
I lost your phone number.
Good job, guys. The call sounds great.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna intercept
Yeah, we're always nice to all of them, but I want to win.
No, I can't.
I want to be Puffy. My joke is oh, funny. Go ahead. Yeah, you have time.
What's up, Kyle?
What's up, Sully?
How you doing?
Great, man.
Nice.
Got a terrible over here. We're not moving as swift as we're keeping Bowser, all right? You gotta come closer. That's our rotator cuff. Come closer. You calling the game from here? I am, yeah. You see pretty good. What do you think? It's tough.
Oh, we have 7 minutes.
I have to rely on the camera, on the screen. That's all from the drone? Where's that from? They mix it in sometimes. Which is tough for me because I like to watch. Picture's a little limited, so I can't see it. Yeah.
Hey, Daddy.
You guys' season starting yet?
Yeah, we started last night. Got our ass kicked.
Really? Sweaty? What?
He's
Is
gone,
that good?
Daddy.
You guys lost a lot.
Dad, look at me.
We started over.
Diving and soon.
Yep.
Ooh, almost got it. Try again. Try jumping. You gotta jump when you hit right here.
Oh, looks like 4. You have time. I can buy time for you. Do the porta potty.
That's a tall one.
Oh, is it?
Okay.
You know what? Are you behind the tire? Yeah. I don't see anything.
Let's try. Now let's go
Right.
this way. Let's try jumping over this. Watch your head. Good job. Run down the middle. Get that shit out of you? No. I say no. I try to piss. Don't touch the black thing. Just stay on the ground. Hard to smell it.
So, like, if you could even get one note, you know, like, I didn't know he had 6 assists, you know.
You can ask with an app if it works for you. You can chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
Now you look at the logo there. We're on the grounds of Canvas Stadium, the $220 million 8-year-old facility that houses Mountain West football and head coach Jay Norvell's Colorado State Rams football squad. And then over just to the east of that building, or pardon me, the west of the building, is us. Boise State breaking huddle here, getting ready for the second half of play. Beautiful Saturday, March 9th, 2:08 Mountain Time. I hope you're enjoying the entertaining lacrosse, because these guys are giving us a show. We've got a 1-goal game. Boise State, the guys in blue, with a 1-goal advantage here. Fortunately for the guys in white, the Rams able to get that goal at the end of the second. Owen Welschlager scores to get to within 1. So here is the opening face-off of the second half. That's Evan Shanks, who is awarded possession, perhaps. It looks like it. Marty Cesario, along with Patrick Sullivan, the 2-time national champion and All-American. Sully, we'll have some time as the Rams now begin this first set, and then we get a whistle stoppage. What are your reactions? What are your expectations after we've been through 2 quarters of play?
Well, one thing as it appeared, at least in the first half, I felt like Boise State was winning all the faceoffs. They were getting a lot of possession, but I just went and took a look at the book, and actually CSU is above 50%, so that was something that really stuck out to me. CSU's got to find a way to tighten up the clear. They have 4 failed clears in that first half. It's really tough to win games when you can't clear the ball and get it to your offense. So I'd like to see the defense tighten up, take care of the ball a little bit more.
So those little things, the fundamental stuff, the discipline stuff. Charlie Bebo, the goaltender for Colorado State, has made great saves. He's looking real good, but like you're describing, Sully, is from that point on after the save, you got to be clean with the clear, transitioning through to create this opportunity right here where you get the offensive sets.
Well, they're also just asking him to do too much. I mean, it feels like he's got at least 10 saves out there.
Well, there's the goal by Colorado State to open up the second half of play. Cade Ebers ties it up with that swing shot. Goes from the shoulders, right? Cade Ebers ties us up at 8 apiece.
Yeah, I'd love to see the replay here with where Cade came from. I'm not sure if he was just open on the wing or if he popped open through one of their motions, but able to find him from the pass from X, and they're able to tie it up early here in the third.
At first glance, it just looked like they left Ebers. Yeah, see, he's out there, and like, I can take that. I've got the goods. 14:25 mark in the third. Cade Ebers has tied up this game. And then a caused turnover and a steal, a ground ball by Kevin Mulligan. That fits. And here comes Colorado State. Now they have a little momentum. After the halftime break, long talk with head coach Ryan McDonald and the staff. And they've evened things up within 35 seconds of the third, and they have possession of the ball. Quick reset visually if you're just joining us. Wearing the whites with the green lids and the iconic bone curl. Those are the Colorado State Rams. Defending right now, blue jerseys, blue shorts, white helmets. Those are the Boise State Broncos.
Now, one thing, if you notice, if you look closely at these helmets, I don't know what they call this logo for CSU, but it's like the kind of cartoon-looking one. I don't know if it has a specific name of Cam in that version, but I love it.
It's an old logo. As you see the shot from Boyson up there in front of the crease, it's saved by Barnett. What's interesting is the football team uses it as well for their throwback day, Aggie Day. It's actually used by North Carolina as well, just with different colors. It's an old 1920s template.
You've seen a lot of that recently. I know Michigan has one with the badger with the little hat on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, back in the day, you only had so many graphics artists in 1920, right?
Yeah. I was thinking Wisconsin there. They're actually Wolverine, excuse me.
Well, Boise State answers the Ebers goal, and they retake advantage, celebrating for the Broncos. That is Jack Hunter. Hunter's first of the game. Drone shot on the replay. Sully, what do you see?
I see a really spread out defense. Not a lot of support. He beats his man, and the seas parted for him. You got too many defenders way up high, just not in a position to support.
We got our sixth tie of the game when Ebers scored 35 seconds into this third quarter. And now Jack Hunter regains the lead for the Broncos. Fortunately for CSU, they win the faceoff. They have possession. Again, looking to tie things up. We've had 12 different players score in this contest. Owen Welschlager out on the field. You can't miss him. He's centered up. 6'4" attacker. He has the most in this game. He's got 3. He's number 9 right there, kind of centered. Both benches are vocal. Looking for that cutter. It's not there. Welschlager's going to chase it.
Gonna have 10 seconds here to make a play.
He's going to dodge on his own. Nope. And the entire bench for Boise State's going berserk. Shot clock violation.
Shot clock ran out. We couldn't hear it, but it hit zeros before that shot came out of his stick. Tough break there for the Rams.
That's something we've learned this week. The horn doesn't seem to have the same volume as we're used to. Maybe a noise ordinance. Grandmama complained across the way.
Who knows? I mean, these are brand new shot clocks, and they're a great visual from across the field.
I blame the HOA. Boise State up 1. They have the ball, and they have a problem with the pass. Good battle for it. Nice hustle to keep the possession for the Broncos. Again, sometimes with the sun glare, it's hard to read those orange numbers off the blue jerseys.
I mean, it's a great play at the end of the shot clock here. Sadly, it just went to zeros a little too quick for him.
Well, here's CSU trying to clear. Able to get it done. Bring in the next midi line. And that'll be that Rams midi line with McKinley, Carson, and Ebers. Three midi lines, names Rams, Aggie, State. That was Lachlan Rogers coming up. No, that was Ebers.
Yeah, that 7 and 1 look really similar.
Kevin Carson, who has 2 sevens, is back there at X position. Nobody there cutting.
Short clock again here for the Rams, 10 seconds left.
And then a turnover. Consecutive possessions for Colorado State. Credit the defense of Boise State.
They're playing great. They're just not giving them anything easy here.
So the Broncos force consecutive empty possessions by their opponents, and they have the 1-goal lead. Here comes the guys in blue. Each of these squads looking to restart a win streak. Boise State lost last night in Boulder to CU 19-12. Rams suffered a loss here on this turf to top-ranked Virginia Tech 13-12 on Tuesday. Defense for the Rams matching that stinginess, and then they force the turnover. Dangerous shot attempt by the Broncos right there at the crease.
Rams really dodged a bullet. It was a great ground ball from Blaine Ware on the sideline there, but he ran out of space and did a big no-no and tossed it back in front of the goal, just right to a Boise offensive player.
You know, when you describe it like that, Coach Sully, that applies to all sports, right? Don't send it back. That shot is sent. Charlie Bebo makes the save, but then a whistle blown at the same time.
Yeah, we got a flag down here. Boise about to go man up.
Okay, so they're up a goal, and now the Broncos will be up a man.
Yep, they're going to get a slash here, 1 minute. Looks like it's on Mulligan.
The Broncos have never trailed, or pardon me, they've never led by more than 1, but they have led often. Oh, that's a great job defensively.
Just a fantastic breakdown from Sear there, able to soak that one up.
Great way to describe it too, Sully. Just kind of engulfed that shot attempt.
Well, you always coach the defenders. You want to take it in the chest. You never want to turn your back, take it in the back, in the kidney or the neck. That's just dangerous.
And then you saw the contact there where a Rams attacker was sent to the turf, and that caused the turnover, so there you go.
Great ride there from Welschlager. Boise's had some real nice bounces off some good plays from the Rams.
Well, I tried to send it towards Charlie. Well, you said it right, Sully. Charlie is doing so many things that I think are really being under-applauded here in this game. Another save by Bebo.
Yeah, if they scored that one, this Boise bench was about to explode.
And look at this consistent battle. Restraining line to restraining line. Nobody can really get a handle on it. Again, right on cue.
Here's Lachlan Rogers.
Welschlager to score, and he's wide to the left, and he's frustrated.
He had a good look there, but unfortunately the Rams were not available on the backside to back it up and back to Boise. And they throw it away. Can hear Coach Smith over there telling them to hold the ball, slow it down. Let's get together here.
Halfway through the third, Boise State in blue with the 1-goal advantage. Rams scored first here to open up the second half. Cade Ebers at 14:25, but then Jack Hunter scored at 13:07.
Yeah, pretty surprising. Over halfway through, a lot of back and forth action here, but only 2 goals. There's our third.
And they get one there. Coming through is Sam Peters. Shimmy shake, and he's got himself a Hattie here in this contest. So now what goes through your minds if you wear green and gold? Because now Boise State has a 2-goal advantage and clearly has momentum as we look at this replay.
Yeah, thinking defensively, we got to stop giving up the top side. That's 2 or 3 where they've just increased their angle, getting to the top side. You got to eliminate that.
Well, good start. Win the faceoff. Here comes the Rams. Defense got in place for Boise State. Credit them. Rams will set up.
You like that hold and patience from Welschlager there. He wanted to pull it. He's played a lot of defense over the past couple minutes. You'd like to give that D a break here.
Consecutive goals scored by Boise State. Hunter and Peters. Now a 2-goal spread in favor of the guys in blue. Mulligan to Welschlager. Ebers, and work it around. Of course, a lot of time, but high urgency because Boise State's feeling very confident and defending very well lately. And making saves. Bon Barnett with the stop.
It's a pretty good look from Ebers there. The problem is he just went stick side high. We got another flag down.
I don't think that shot attempt got through to Bebo. Boise State is going to keep it. As Sully pointed out, flag on the turf, so a delayed penalty situation. Aggressive defense on the part of Blake McKinley. We'll work from south to north to give you a look at this reset. Boise State's going to have it, and the Broncos will be man up, as you said.
We've got a slash there on Kevin Carson.
Good isolation shot on the official from Tom Maynor. And here's Boise State again. Broncos man up and lead by 2. Turnover forced. Here comes Colorado State.
That's Kel Kissel there doing his best Champ Bailey impression.
Lachlan Rogers is going to reset it all the way up top, and standing there is Kevin Mulligan. Need that line change. You'll see him coming into the play. There you go. Both sides. So Mason Daly across the way, securing the ball and kind of setting everybody. Just multiple changes now happening as the offense of CSU, when it gets the right guys out there, Corey Hughes, the offensive coordinator, trying to find the right parts. DiDonato this way. Takes that shot with the left, and, well, Barnett's seeing everything from over here.
Well, those are two that we've talked about, that first dodge syndrome. You're just not making the defense rotate, and you're decreasing your angle there, making it easy for the goalie.
And from what looks like Rams attackers having a clear vision to the goal, also aids the goalie. He's looking right at him and is making saves.
Exactly. When you get the ball side to side, it forces the goalie to have to step across and react and find it. When he sees the dodger and the shot the entire way down, you're exactly right. It makes it easier.
Kind of a 1v1 in the field house wintertime. Skills work. You see on the score bug, look how gorgeous that thing is. Broncos still up 2. And we're about 3.5 left here in the third quarter. Some discussions on the near side at the scores table. Hello. We're hanging out in the sunshine. You can see we're kind of taking it all in. Getting ourselves bronzed up here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon following a snowstorm, because that's how we do it here in the Rocky Mountain West. Entertaining show. Right now, if you're a Boise State fan, you're much more pleased because your team is up by 2. Here comes the Rammies. Mulligan, Welschlager, go ahead and give it to Boyson, and a nice save by Bon Barnett. Sully, isn't that what you wanted? Make Barnett move. And then he makes a nice save.
It was. The problem was Boyson had more time. He rushed it, and he got nothing on it, and he went high to high, and while he's on the doorstep, he's 3 feet away. The goalie really doesn't have to move very much.
And then Boise State comes down on the other end and gets themselves another goal. Broncos are on a roll right now. They get that score. I'm trying to read the number.
Looks like number 1 or 23.
No, so that would be Sam Peters again. And that's why he's feeling good. If it's Peters, 23, we'll see the replay. Here's the save by Barnett, which started everything.
Oh, just a nice cut. Catches the defender, peeking at the ball, back cuts him, and finishes right in front. And Boise State with another faceoff one, able to stack a possession here.
Broncos have scored the last 3. We were tied up at the top of this third quarter after the Kate Ebers goal at 14:25. Well, there was the turnover, the ground ball, the shot. Barnett makes the save again after the shot from way up top by Tanner Retigliano.
Yeah, if you're the Rams defense, you got to be frustrated here. You're making stop after stop and then settling for poor shots. That one was about 17 yards out in transition.
Shows the anxious mentality right now of the Rams attackers.
Yeah, I mean,
they're pressing.
Yeah, they had an opportunity. They could have broken down. It was a fast break opportunity, and settling for a shot anywhere outside of 10 yards is not ideal.
95 seconds left in the third. Boise State is leading by 3, and that should be surprising to you. Justified and fair that the Rams come into this game as the favorite. The Broncos have the lead.
Can't see what the call was there. CSU strips and picks up the ball, but Boise retains possession. Now they're calling it CSU ball.
Well, defense, again, did its job. Now can they clear, and then can they get a goal?
Well, that's what kind of drives you crazy here. The defense is making stops. You're clearing the ball effectively in this quarter, but you're settling for offensive shots within 10 to 15 seconds here.
And that's good to point out because we were saying how the clear was a problem for both teams. Well, CSU's cleaned that up to where we've seen this look. Rams just can't get it in. Then credit the D of Boise State and the goalie play of Barnett.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that. Even though they are easy saves, you can heat a goalie up with that.
There's some contact there between Kevin Carson and Peyton Voda. And we'll get the restart. Here comes Lachlan Rogers. Well, if anything, Rams are being patient here on this set.
A little bit better than before. Still just not able to break down that Boise defense how they'd like.
McKinley trying to step through. Ball is knocked free. Caused turnover, ground ball. Here come the Broncos before the end of the third. Save by Charlie Bebo.
Wow, that is a big save. If the Broncos were able to capitalize there and go up 4, going into the fourth, that'd be dangerous for this Rams team.
I'll describe to you, because you're watching on your screens, Patrick Sullivan just looked at me like, whoa. Just excited about how good that save was by Charlie Bebo. Okay, under 10 seconds. Let's see what CSU does. Get it off. And it's saved by Bon Barnett, and you can see the reaction by the guys in blue. They are feeling it right now, and they should be. A 3-goal lead for Boise State at the end of the third quarter. We have another 15 minutes at minimum in regulation play on the way here in Fort Collins, Colorado. Matt Sorrentino and his hero cam tightening in on head coach Matt Smith, the staff of Boise State, a very confident group right now. They're in a good position. They're up 3 goals. The Rams across the way, the guys in white, they got problems right now. Sully, what is going on out there? What's good for Boise State? What's not so much for CSU?
Well, if you're Coach Smith, you got to be feeling good about this defense. And it's a defense that struggled early in the season here, giving up double digits in every single one of their games, 15-plus goals in all of their losses. And they're holding a Rams team that probably averages 13 to 15 goals a game to 8 right now going in the fourth quarter. If you're CSU, I'm kind of similar from what we've been talking about all game. You know, defense is making stops. They've cleaned up the clear, but the problem is the offense is, at this point, they're not breaking down the defense, and when they are, they're just settling for low-angle shots.
We'll see what kind of adjustments are made. Head coach Ryan McDonald, Corey Hughes, the offensive coordinator, the DC Miles Davis for CSU had a chance to talk it out. So Davis, McDonald, Hughes, I'm switching them up. The OC is Miles Davis. The DC is Corey Hughes. Just to correct myself, we're okay with that. Because right now, if you're wearing green, as I am, and Sully is too, and so are those guys in the white, they need some corrections to be made.
They do, and it starts with a big face-off win there.
Just getting started in the fourth. 3-goal advantage for Boise State, 1-2 on the season. They've got 1 victory and also just not a lot of opportunities, a rarity. They only have 3 games in.
When we have a turnover, and it's quickly going back Boise's way, and they're in transition now. I'm not sure if it was a subbing error that gives Boise the ball, but either way, tough break for the Rams.
Well, and that fits what we've seen all week and definitely in this game. You got to stay sharp. I wasn't. You had to jump in and say, hey, something just changed. Because just some problems on the clears, the transitions, stuff in the middle. You'll notice up top, our score bug has a clock that's not moving. That's because the scoreboard operator has yet to react, just so you're aware.
I'm shocked that no one's seen that at this point.
Yeah, usually there's a coach who we can vocally hear through our mics.
Now it's moving. Another great defensive play there from Kale Kissel, picking it off, giving the Rams offense an opportunity.
Well, you keep doing it. We're noting both sides. Defenders are playing well. Kissel there creates the Colorado State possession. Rams down 3. Carson trying to swim through. He gets it in after being chipped, knocked down, scores as it was falling to the turf.
I was literally just thinking to myself, too much. What are we doing? But what a play from Carson. Takes on 3 defenders and while falling to the ground, stings it top corner.
Carson gets some love from McKinley, and we're going to see the replay of Kevin Carson going to the turf and somehow gets it in, and the Rams needed this one.
I mean, it's great defense from Boise. Those ones are tough to give up. But you love the man play right there from Carson.
13:43 mark. Just like in the third, the Rams score early in a quarter. But then Boise State wins the faceoff.
A great play there from the faceoff guy, able to evade the double team.
Well, defense got to stay strong for the Rams. They did not give up the quick goal. You were waiting for that shot release. It didn't come because the Rams in white got back into position. But not much room here to allow consecutive goals ever again in this game by Boise State. The Rams have the very modest momentum after the Carson goal just a few seconds ago. That was the first goal of the game, by the way, for Kevin Carson, the freshman from Westchester, Pennsylvania. Broncos in blue, working it around. Mitty getting attacked like the aggressive defense of Caden Rain. And then the horn sounds. Did they just let the shot clock expire?
No, I think they're going to go man up here.
Okay, there was a flag, and off camera I look to my right. It'd be, as you're watching, you're looking at the lower left-hand corner. Patrick Sullivan right on point again. There's going to be a man taking a knee for Colorado State, and it'll be man up for Boise State, still up by 2 in this game.
Yeah, I can't see who committed the penalty, but it is going to be a 1-minute slash.
So the Broncos up 2 and a man. Rams defend well, looking for that center cut. Wasn't there. Here comes a shot, and they score. Well, how about the high velocity score there by Ian Morrison, the 6'6" senior mid from Boise State.
It's generally a shot you're fine giving up on man down there. It's about 15, 16 yards. Goalie can read it well. Well, like you said, 6'6", he got those long arms. He's got some serious pull on that shot. Probably able to hide it well, and Charlie just picked it up too late.
Second goal of the game for Morrison as you're looking at him there on the right side. He's got that length. He could play hoops in what is a crazy Mountain West basketball conference.
Yeah, Rams with the big one today against Air Force down south.
Final regular season game, trying to make it into the national tournament. Boise State, their basketball team, in a good spot to make the tournament. Here we've got a 3-goal spread after the Ian Morrison score for Boise State.
Oh, and a brutal mistake from the Rams there. They get possession after that last goal, but a careless pass turns it over, going back Boise's way.
Broncos have scored 4 of the last 5 goals in this game.
That is a phenomenal play from Charlie on that one. That was a huge possession. He comes out of his crease, is able to pick that one off and get the ball back for the Rams.
Regardless of outcome, Patrick Sullivan's going to be texting Charlie Bebo, just acknowledging, hey, I saw what you did in terms of your performance today. About 4 minutes here into the 4th. Colorado State needs to make stops. They just did via the goaltender. Now here comes the offense. Ebers to Rogers. And move it around. Not sure why Boise State is reacting. That was a missed pass that just went out of bounds.
Yeah, it just turns around, shoots out of a stick.
And into the crowd. Well, you can see the crowd is shaded across the way on the west side of this turf field.
Yeah, I think the Rams are really starting to feel the absence of Gatz and Riley Flores on attack.
A note that 2 of the top 5 goal scorers for Colorado State, game time decisions, not participating today. Riley Flores, the senior, and Tyler Gatz, the freshman.
Another big save there from Charlie down low.
Well, Connor Lessman, 35 up front, and the rest of the gang need to make more stops.
Yeah, Connor had an opportunity to get that ground ball, just not able to pick it up clean, and shoots out of bounds back to Boise. Broncos with a lot of time.
They take the shot. Charlie Bebo makes the save. Not once, but twice. He gets it, and now he'll look to clear.
Wow, Charlie is just standing on his head, giving the Rams everything he has to try and keep them in this game.
Regardless of the score, Chucky being stupid. Here comes Kissel. And can't make the trade with the pass attempt.
It's a tough one. You want to make a play in transition. Just trying to feed a guy who's just not facing you, not a good connection, throws it away.
And as you've been frustrated by, Sully, back the other way.
They've had their opportunities. It's little things to clean up here.
Well, 6 minutes into the fourth. Boys in blue have the ball. They're going to take a timeout. Yeah, head coach Adam Smith is going to pull his guys over. Let's look at the work of Charlie Bebo.
Yeah, CSU gets caught with that double there, leaves him wide open on the crease for the low-to-low shot. Charlie reads it well, then tries to go high-to-high and meets him at that highest point and just stuffs him.
Sprung off the ground to make the stop. That attacker went, what? Are you kidding me? Charlie making plays, teams making designs. Two different stories right now. Guys on the right in white trailing by 3 during this timeout here in the fourth. A chance to say thank you so much to Wayner Construction, a lead supporter of not only the CSU Men's Lacrosse organization, but also these broadcasts with Stream It Sports Productions. If you're digging what you're seeing, you want to be part of the new media experience, you can go ahead and reach out to us. Marty at Stream It Sports or Phil at Stream It Sports. You can harass Sully on Twitter if you want. We have all kinds of availabilities on these broadcasts for you to support these lacrosse programs. Because remember, we also do a very objective, diplomatic presentation of the other teams because we're fans. We like the lacrosse. You can go ahead and reach out to us again. Marty at streamitsports.com or Phil at streamitsports.com, or reach out to head coach Ryan McDonald and we can talk about that stuff. 3-goal spread. Boise State has the lead, and it's okay to be semi-surprised about it. And then you have to acknowledge what they've done on the field today. The defense, Sully, has been really good, and here their offense now working with so much confidence.
Yeah, they've had a great game plan from Coach Smith today, and they've been executing at a high level.
That one goes over the top of Charlie and the cage. But Boise State's going to keep it 28 on the shot clock. Trying to set up the behind the back over the shoulder of the defender. Doesn't work that time. Good defense by Blaine Ware. That shot by Brett Wheeler.
That was pretty smooth from Wheeler there. Just a quick hand change and switches to the lefty, BTB.
Bench calling out the shot clock. 2-1.
Great double there from Kissel.
Nothing there. So again, the Colorado State Rams defense has made a stop.
Dangerous pass there from Charlie, but able to be held on to.
Seven and a half left with the Rams down 3. Number of available possessions ahead of them are becoming more and more limited. Cade Ebers at the top. And now he'll initiate the offense. Comes through, maybe Barnett got a piece of that. Rams are going to keep it. Jacob Janicki down there with the restart. Here's Mason Daly. Jump shot saved by Barnett. Ground ball scoop by the defense of Boise State, specifically Braden Beauvais. The bench yelling at their teammates out on the field, having problems getting the clear, and they just sent it.
Oh, that ball's out of the stadium. Yeah, that shot clock was running down. Got to get it past the midline with 60 seconds on the clock, and sent it just a little too far.
Fortunate for the Rams, who are minimum on their possessions left in this game, and down 3. They get it back. Here comes Kevin Carson. Looked like a BTB attempt was thwarted by a defender.
Yeah, that's Voda there. That's a great defensive play. Owen had the ball in a great spot and just has a nice hard body, and Owen's not able to control it and has to settle and then turns it over.
Didn't even allow the attacker, the shooter, to get the stick around.
Yeah, the second it hits a stick, he's right in his hip pocket there.
Great work by Peyton Voda, which is why he had been pointed out during the week. You see that save and you hear the Sully reaction. Nice save by Bon Barnett. You're not happy with the shot selection?
Well, it's just tough. I mean, you got Cale Kissel again. Guy's been making plays all over the field. He picks the ball off. You're about to have it. Goalie's barely out of the net, and you settle for that shot when you get the ball back.
Now another possibly 50 seconds on shot clock to just burn if you're Boise State with your 3-goal advantage. 5 minutes left. Oh, nice tag. Good anticipation by Kevin Mulligan. He's got the wheels. Go. Better decision to like that one. Welschlager peeled back instead of just sending it. And now a timeout called by the staff of CSU with 4:43 on the clock. We will take a break as we look from west to east as the Rams talk it out. They've got work to do. CSU trailing late in the 4th.
A place to share gossip about the office party fun, and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share spare change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
We return, huddle break, Boise State. We think Adam Smith over there on the right side. What's he saying to his guys?
He's saying, let's finish. Let's finish strong here. We've been getting stops, stacking them up. Let's get one more big one here.
They've earned it. Now finish it if you're Boise State. Rams have other ideas. They're going to have possession as you look at the defense of Boise State getting ready. 44 right there is Kyle Cope, the rest of the gang. Have played very, very well. That would be part of the story that we would tell is you Broncos played really well defensively. Well, here comes CSU looking to change that story up completely. Blow it out of the water. They got to score 3 to at least tie. There's one. Kevin Carson scores for Colorado State.
It's giving that Boise team a taste of their own medicine, getting to the top side, increasing his angle, and is able to finish it down low.
Carson, 77 right there. His second goal of this quarter. There he is.
That's just a perfectly located shot. Real tough for the goalie to get down to that with the shooter fading away.
Well, now you need Dylan Hoff to win this face-off. Try to get the second of the 3 you need at minimum. Some discussions on the near side, which is why you see everyone looking this way to the east. Kevin Carson at 4:27 in the 4th. He scored the only 2 goals of Colorado State here in this 4th. Take a peek at it one more time.
Yeah, I think it was tough for the goalie to read just at the last second defender gets a push on him and what forces that shot down low and able to finish it and put the Rams within 2. Looks like we're having a clock issue here.
So with this pause right now, I mean, does that favor Boise State? Carson just scored. Rams were kind of feel it, and they knew what they had to do, but now we have to have clock and equipment adjustments.
I think this actually favors the Rams.
Well, a face-off win would favor Boise State. What a battle there. And the Rams come out with it. How about the GB from Kevin Mulligan? Here we go. About 4 minutes left. Rams need 2 to at least force the tie. That's Ebers across the way. Nothing there from Carson.
Well, they got their LSM out on him now.
Little adjustment there. Oh, yeah, you can see the long pull that Sully's describing. Tough angle. And it's either off the pipe or a save by Barnett. Doesn't get through, and here comes the clear attempt by Boise State. If anything, they get to kill some clock. They got 70 seconds on their shot clock now as they do get a chance to settle in to this offensive possession. And you would assume Boise State wants to eat all of it. Good stick there with the right shoulder by Tanner Retigliano. Knocked the ball free, but Boise State able to scoop it up.
Yeah, the CSU pole's coming out with some heavy pressure right now.
You can see that as Patrick Sullivan's describing it. There it is coming into the picture. That is Ware getting aggressive. And the short sticks, those middies, are doing the same. Cutter coming through. Charlie makes another save. You're stupid. Charlie Bebo with another save. Rams still alive. 2.5 left. And they don't shove it through as they tried to break it. And you see the reaction of head coach Ryan McDonald.
Well, he's calling for a tip. Unfortunately, they do get it. That was a textbook fast break. You'd love to hammer those ones in. CSU pretty fortunate there to retain possession.
Well, another save by Charlie. It's either that, a Bebo save, or good defense, and you're giving your offense opportunities. Here it was on the break, and you said you couldn't slam it home. Time is slipping. But the Rams are going to keep it. So Patrick Sullivan described it perfectly, what Ryan McDonald was calling for.
So we got a stoppage in time here. It looks like they have to reset the shot clocks. Not sure if they're running out of battery. We have a Boise player on the bench. I'll be cramping there.
And now we're going to have a full stoppage of everybody so they can fix that equipment? Or is this a timeout called because of the situation? We're going to stay right here so you can kind of observe what's going on, and then Sully will describe what he's seeing.
I would be surprised if it wasn't a timeout. I feel like maybe I saw that from CSU. I'm not sure if this is their last one here. If it is, that's kind of tough. You'd like to hang on to that. Or if they're essentially forced to have to take one or give up possession due to the field not being properly managed, because that is the home team's job.
Yeah, you know, you bring that up, and there are some of those grassroots nuances in the MCLA that, you know, come up, including, like you're describing, you're the home squad. You're supposed to have all of this under control. You will be penalized.
Well, and we saw that in the stadium, I believe 2 years ago when they had BYU in, and we're sitting around waiting, wonder what's going on, and then BYU gets to start with the ball and scores on their first possession. So it is tough at times. You know, it's technology. There's only so much you can do. Sometimes it's out of your control, but unfortunately as the home team, that's something that goes with it.
Well, looks like the guys are about to restart.
So I believe what happens here, if these shot clocks can't get together, then one of the refs will have the shot clock on his watch or timer and will be calling out the time along the way.
Yep. You see Lachlan Rogers, the freshman attacker for CSU, just waiting for when can we go. And now two officials right next to him will have another discussion.
It's about the most inopportune time for this to happen. 2 minutes left.
Well, this hurts CSU in this case, right? Or is it just inopportune because of the flow of the game itself?
I think it's just tough for everybody. You're ready to go. It's a heated moment here with 2 minutes left in the game.
Okay.
Big possession. You're just a little antsy here. You want to get going. Looks like the clocks are reset and ready to go.
Now they are resetting the shot clocks, and they're counting down the timer. Our score bug is following along with the official score clock on the field. And then off camera, I was watching the shot clock being adjusted. And meanwhile, Justin Salvia's drone is going to lose its flight time hours allowed. We're trying to buy some time and show you everything that's going along.
Looks like they're happy with the 70 on the shot clock, but refs are pointing to the game clock in the corner.
And now you see center of your screen. Here comes another official starting to walk this way. Oh, good. This official sent him back out there.
We're reset. It looks like 213, 214. Little tough to see from our angle. Maybe it's that 218 that's on our screen.
Yep. So Lexi Wines, our scoreboard operator, has adjusted along with the officiating crew, and this is what it is. And here comes the Rams. That never changed. The Rams need 2 to at least force an overtime. Welschlager absorbing contact. McKinley fading back. Carson has the only 2 goals, and then it's taken away. Great defensive effort by Boise State, and they clear. And a steal, interception by Charlie Bebo. He's going to do that too, huh?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, if you finish that pretty much puts this game on ice. But if you're Coach Smith, you'd like to see him pull that out, up 2 goals, with a minute and a half left, and let's start eating that clock.
Yeah. I was very surprised that the long stick just kept pressing forward. Well, that works out for Colorado State. They got to get 2, and they're going to have to get 1 quickly here and then make a stop and get another possession. Here we go. Cade Ebers is denied. What a play by Bond Barnett, the goalie for Boise State.
It's kind of the story today for CSU, just settling again for that first shot from about 12 to 15 out.
Well, that's a clutch moment for a goalie, staring right at a very talented midi. Bond Barnett, the sophomore from Lake Oswego, makes the save, and we're under a minute to play. Boise State has plenty of shot clock.
Yeah, CSU's going to have to get Charlie out of here quick. Time's running out.
And we're just going to eat it. Broncos, will they even shoot? Yes. And Bebo makes the save. Rams got to roll. Here they come. And they get the goal. Cale Kissel with the long pole score.
Yeah, he leaves nothing to chance there, taking it himself this time.
This is almost like what we saw on Tuesday. It's a 1-goal game, except for that last goal on Tuesday against top-ranked Virginia Tech came at the end. See Cale Kissel, the back end of that replay. Okay, here comes the adjacent faceoff. Under 20 to play. Look at that out there on the faceoff, Max Hall.
Yeah, freshman here. I was talking to Coach Bruni pregame, and he's saying he's an Idaho boy, knows a lot of these faceoff guys, and this is his big moment here.
Max Hall on the face-off X has to win it, then the Rams have to run, and they have to score to force OT.
Looks like according to our graphic, Rams still might have one more timeout if they're able to get possession quick here.
What a tense moment for face-off specialists. Especially when we don't keep going. More gorgeous pictures above the Ram head. The slow pull. Can Hall win the face-off?
Oh, and they get the push going Boise's way.
The Broncos get possession.
Oh, the quick strip.
CSU's got it.
Got to go, Kissel.
Kissel sends it downfield. And there is the horn. And the celebration by Boise State.
It's a tough one for the Rams today. Boise deserves all the credit. They played their tails off. Had big stops in that second half, held the Rams to 4 goals after giving up 7 in the first.
And again, I'm going to go back to little things, discipline, technical plays, execution, and then the defense of Boise State doing things you might not have expected. The Broncos scored 1 goal in the final 15 minutes there, and they held CSU and were able to get this victory. Well, credit head coach Adam Smith and his Boise State Broncos, who will finish up 1-1 on their trip over the Continental Divide to Colorado. Upcoming games for Boise State on their schedule. Next for them, they're going to be in Reno to take on Nevada. Then they'll play Brigham Young and Simon Fraser at home. For Colorado State, well, they go on the road to Northern California. They'll take on Stanford and then Santa Clara. Then they'll be back here on Tuesday, March 26th. That'll be on this broadcast here on campus in Fort Collins. Tuesday, March 26th will be a 6 p.m. face-off time. Colorado State against University of California, Santa Barbara. I want to thank all the work of our crew. Well, I think they take some dubs. Phil Mildren, our lead producer, also running replay and graphics. Mike Trujillo, our director, and also on technical direction. Tom Maynor and Matt Sorrentino on the cameras. Justin Salvia, Jerome Camp, scoreboard and traffic. That's Lexi Wines. Our analyst, the 2-time national champion and 2-time All-American Patrick Sully. Sully was solid, carrying me. I'm Marty Cesario. Final score again, 12-11. Boise State improves to 2-2. The Rams drop to 3-2. Thank you so much for enjoying the lacrosse with us. We say good afternoon from Fort Collins, Colorado.